It's Stag Day in the Deep South as we kick off a big day of rugby in Aotearoa, New Zealand. Kia ora tātou, haere mai ki waihopai. Welcome to Invercargill. It's Otago against Southland. There was some frost on the ground this morning. It's definitely on the chilly side, but a good crowd has turned out. What an afternoon and evening of rugby we have ahead of us. Southland will kick off, playing right to left. Sam Gilbert, Otago captain, is ready. And Josh Fanga, it is fielding the opening kickoff for Otago. Dunshea through the hands nicely on from Byron Smith, and breaking is Viliami Fine for Southland. Gets it up over halfway, pass away to Jack Taylor, and the young hooker steaming towards the line. Can he get it down?
Time's off.
Having another look, but I'm convinced this is a no try.
Hurley getting into the hurly-burly of it. Taylor, he looked
If you're speaking, I can't hear
like
you.
he was going to be able to make it, but
Yep.
to say, not only did he make the tackle, but he also took care of the ball.
So no try. Yeah.
And the referee's just going to play some advantage here. Sam Fishley. And now the big dummy and the break. And the supporting run from Connor Collins. He stopped just 5 metres short of the line. Well, again, Southland knocking on the door. Ryle with the carry. Chant comes up from the Southland crowd. Smith, having to slide in to take the pass was Isaac Tatamaki. They'll come back. It's another penalty. Otago having to roll their sleeves up on defence. Here's Taylor. Thought about throwing the pass. Monstered by Aho, driven back. And some really good work at the breakdown. I think it might have been Fishley got in there and got hands on the ball. Oh, no, it wasn't. Big Fabian Holland. Titamaki goes into play halfback. Fine coming in a little closer to the action. Another good tackle made by Holland. But he'll go back for the penalty.
Number 6, you dive at the ground.
That's Fishley who's been penalised.
They'll be frustrated. We saw last night Auckland had copious amount of ball, came away with no points. That's the 5th entry into the 22.
So on debut, Kyan Rangitutia from the Dunedin club. He comes on to make his Otago debut. The kick at goal this time is successful.
Retreat here.
And Byron Smith, oh no.
Well, saying just changing the lane, blocking the ability of the Otago players to charge down and put pressure on the kick.
The kick is good. So Cam Miller gets points on the board for Otago, and hampering the attempts of Connor Collins to clear the ball away. Now the ball scooped up, a nice awareness there from Van Voot. Realised no one was at home at halfback. Rectified the situation. Smith, inside ball, that's a high tackle. Powell chopped down, the referee acknowledging that. Withy, good bust from the captain. Charging up over the 22. Is this the chance for Southland to get a try on the board? Now here's Ryle, straight through the middle. Blair Ryle, he was the player of the year last year for the Stags, and he scored their first try of 2024.
I've got one of those knockout blows just before the break, and that will spur some life into them, as their skipper just did, busting through his old team. A great line, man with momentum.
Numbers stacked up on the left here for Otago. Bauer gets it to the 22. Hasty taking it to the line, and some obstruction.
There, guys, but no advantage.
Well, it is. So he's got back. Well, he's gone back quite a long way.
7, take
And
off the ball.
understanding that they weren't going to let the advantages play out too long, but James Dolman has decided that Otago didn't get enough out of that one, so he's giving them a penalty.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. That's fair enough. A little more testing for Cam Miller. Sends it towards the posts and over. So some valuable points just before the break for Otago. And at half-time, it's Southland leading in the Great Southern Derby by 10-6. Great to see him back. Such a fantastic servant of rugby in the South Island. 34 years of age now. He's got his family, young kids watching him here in the crowd. But he's having to defend now. Good line-out take from Ryle, and they drive towards the line. Southland, they're over. Now, can he see a grounding?
I've got held up too.
I obviously agree with it. There's no antlers up.
So it's in goal.
So
tried to ground it. There's not a clear collapse before.
Oh, that's an early contender for Wedgie of the Year, that one.
And he's held up too, so it's a double blow.
So much ball they've had, Southland. So little to show for it. Just a 4-point lead, but here they come again. Now Van Voot tends it back on the inside. To Tamaki is there. This looks promising again. Dunshay carting it inside the 22. Waiting for it is Smith. Sends it on to Ryle. Good solid tackle made by Mau. Now the kick out to the wing. Viliami Fina is there. And the big Tongan sets off for the goal line. And at last they've got a try.
As soon as this man caught it, no cover on the inside. There's no stopping a man of his power. Not the antlers up, a little dance between himself and Jack Taylor. That's different for the Deep South, but we'll take it. It's some nice footwork, but all too easy when a man of his qualities in that space.
Byron Smith. That's the second from handy range that he's missed.
This man, Liam Cotman, absolutely loves the dark arts. Look for him to pop in the boot.
Well, they've got Casey in the halfback position, which suggests they'll go for a drive. They take it down. Coltman. Oh, he'd love a try on his return to the Otago team. They've got to keep it moving forward. Now they do. Coltman for the line. He's over. Well, what a welcome back into the Otago ranks for the veteran hooker. It's 15-11 with the kick to come.
Big Wingham up the front there, creating the space. Fabian Holland just peels around this edge. And he's the one that creates the gap, drags them through, and all too easy.
See Singh there at the back, tall figure. Comes forward and lifts his captain with him. Another penalty, though.
Guys, your discipline just needs to improve. You've got guys giving away silly penalties. I'm trying to call them out. He's just tackled a man off the ball. Like, it's just silly penalties to give away.
Cam Miller to put Otago in front.
22.
Can't do it. Dunshay at the back. Otago holding them. Now they start to move it forward. Sushon breaks away just as the ruck was starting to gain, or the maul was gaining some momentum. So they're back out 5 from the line. Well, huge moments in the game, this. Withy. Nell giving the instructions and then picking the ball up, going low. Now coming for Albert. Smith sends it back on the inside, and Tamaki scores! Isaac Tamaki, that's huge. Huge for the Stags, that one.
This man working off the blind side to receive an inside ball from Smith, and just no stopping him with a gap that big, a body that big against the little man and Hasty.
It's a 7-point lead. This one really does need to go over for Byron Smith. and it does. That takes it out beyond 7 points with 10 to play. Coming on, former Bay of Plenty Counties Waikato man. He's come here looking for an opportunity, and he's going to have a good night tonight with his teammates. Ball will go under touch. Jason Robertson it is who puts it over the line. Well, Blair Ryle's try set them on the path. They've been really well led by Sean Withy on his return to Southland, and they have made a great start to the season, the Stags. They win it by 22-13. Well, it's going to be a good night in Invercargill. The celebrations have already started. What a great start to the season for the Southland Stags. A 22-13 win over Otago. Just look at the scenes on the terrace. The players all embraced by the fans who've set up a great atmosphere. Let's now get some thoughts from the Southland captain, Sean Withy. Sean's Tony Johnson here, mate. Firstly, the decision to go back to your home province. Boy, you must be feeling good about that now.
Yeah, TJ, how you going, mate? Exactly that, mate. Look, the scenes here are unreal. Couldn't have scripted it up any better. A fairy tale to come out and play against my old mates. But yeah, I'm a bit lost for words right now. It's pretty unbelievable, the scenes here at the moment, and yeah, absolutely stoked with the effort from the lads who dug deep, mate. It was awesome.
I mean, what does it mean to the team to get this season off? Because there's no getting away from it. It's been a real battle the last few years for Southland to get a win first up. What is that going to mean for this team?
Yeah, it'll give us a bit of confidence, mate. Yeah, it's tough work down here, but we work hard, mate, and the boys love it. I've loved being back. Everyone works hard. We've got a tight-knit group. And yeah, what you saw today, I think, it's just a start of some of the stuff we can go do this season. I truly believe we can upset a few teams, and hopefully we can upset a big team next week.